Ball is up, and East Wilkes wins the opening tip. Briggs Gentry with a basketball to get us started here. He goes right wing. Now kicks it back over to Gentry, top of the key. Back down in the right corner, it goes to Adams. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by West Wilkes. Got a fingertip on it. So it'll stay East Wilkes basketball. Eric Adams to inbound. Does so. Ledger Blackburn, 15-foot jumper. No. Rebound comes down to Carson Stanley. Gives it up to Edmonston. Running point. Goes to Stanley. Top of the key. Stanley looking. Gets it to Tribble inside. Good move by Tribble. And he lays it up and in. Jackson Tribble. That is when the West Wilkes offense is at its best, when you're feeding the big man down low. Eric Adams with the basketball. Works it around the perimeter. It's Braxton Long with it left wing. Now goes to Gentry. Back over Eric Adams. Good ball movement around the perimeter. Now cross-court pass. It goes over to Long. Tries to make a move inside. Throws it back out to Adams. Adams is blocked away by Jackson Tribble. Tribble. 2 points and a block to start this game. West Wilkes ahead 2-0. 7:07 to go, first period. East Wilkes basketball. We're going to inbound on the baseline. It's Adams to inbound. And now we got an issue. Daniel Handy has to come out. Maybe blood or something on his jersey. I'm not sure. Seems to be a little bit of confusion, but nonetheless, he's going to be replaced by James Cook, number 30. Inbound comes into Blackburn. Blackburn back to Adams. Adams works its way back up. Top of the key, it goes to Gentry. Gentry kicks it over. Left wing. Now working it back inside. Blackburn through the contact. He gets it to go. The two big men are the guys to watch tonight for these respective squads, and both of them with 2 points apiece to start this ball game. And Blackburn's going to the free throw line for an extra free throw. That foul is on Jaheim McDougal. That's his first. Team first for the Blackhawks. The N1 free throw for Blackburn. In and out, no good. A rebound comes down to Carson Stanley. Gives it up to Edmonston. Edmonston with Adams guarding him. Hands it off to Crumpton. Now goes to McDougal. McDougal standing up. Gives it to Crumpton. Crumpton trying to drive, dumps it off. Back out it goes to Tribble. Tribble with the basketball on the left wing. Now goes to McDougal. McDougal crossover right to left. Finds Crumpton in the corner. Crumpton back inside. Tribble tries to fight through the contact. Can't finish. Wanted a foul call. Didn't get it. Back the other way it comes to the Cardinals. Quick trigger three from Braxton Long is no, but a little bit of early jumping by Tribble, but it's okay. He misses the rebound. It goes out of bounds. It'll be West Wilkes basketball. Knotted up at 2 apiece, 6:12 to go first quarter, just underway here in Rondo. We've only played about 2 minutes of basketball. Tribble with it. Goes to McDougal. McDougal with the ball on the right wing. Goes back Carson Stanley. Top of the key. And now Edmonston looks to drive. Kick out. McDougal corner three. No, that one's way off. Good dish from Edmonston, but McDougal couldn't finish. Now Briggs Gentry back the other way. Braxton Long with it now. Goes to Gentry. Now back to Adams. Adams on the right wing. Quick trigger three by Daniel Handy is no good. I should say that's a deep two. Back the other way comes McDougal. McDougal looking to drive. Pulls up from about 12 feet off the front of the rim. Rebound comes back down to Ledger Blackburn, and the Cardinals go the other way. Both teams having trouble finding the bottom of the net here early on in this contest. It remains a 2-2 game. 5:15 and ticking. Eric Adams thinking downtown. No. And that ball is still loose. It's going to go out of bounds and stay East Wilkes. Good hustle by Edmonston. He just couldn't bring in the loose ball off the rebound. It stays Cardinal basketball. Braxton Long to inbound. Goes to Briggs Gentry. Gentry with the basketball. Back to Eric Adams deep in the left corner. Adams works his way out and goes back to Gentry, top of the key. Gentry looking to slice over, now passes off. Daniel Handy with it back out, Braxton Long. Ball works its way around the perimeter. Gentry with it, Braxton Long for three. Yes, rolls right in. 5-2 Cardinals, 4:44 ticking first quarter clock. Edmonston slowly walks the basketball up. Adams picks him up at midcourt. Edmiston looking to drive, loses the basketball. Back the other way, quick trigger three from Braxton Long. No, good attempt at an offensive rebound by Briggs Gentry. Back the other way it comes. And now an errant pass from McDougal, and Eric Adams takes it and goes the other way, back for East Wilkes. Adams, loose ball, who wants it? Carson Stanley comes away with it for West Wilkes. A little bit of helter-skelter here the last 60 seconds on both sides. East Wilkes leading 5-2 as we close in on 4 minutes to play first quarter. Edmiston slows the pace down, walks the ball up, dishes it off to Carson Stanley. Stanley, top of the key, kicks it back to Edmiston. Edmiston back over to Tribble. Tribble trying to find something inside, loses the basketball, and Ledger Blackburn comes away with it. Great job by Briggs Gentry to save it from going out of bounds. Back the other way comes East Wilkes. It's Blackburn. Blackburn, good spin move. The layup, no. Offensive rebound. Put back, yes. Good second effort by Ledger Blackburn, and it's 7-2 East Wilkes. If West Wilkes is unable not to get a clean look here, Coach Green may think about a timeout. Tribble with it, top of the key, hands off to Crumpton. Crumpton over to McDougal, right between his legs it goes, and another West Wilkes turnover. And just exactly what I said, timeout West Wilkes with 3:19 to go in this first period. We're back with more after this. East Wilkes on top, 7-2. Welcome back to East Wilkes High School, 7-2 in favor of the East Wilkes Cardinals here. 3:14 to go and ticking in our opening quarter. Briggs Gentry with the basketball, works it up to Braxton Long. Now back to Gentry. Gentry goes over to Weston Brown, and then Ledger Blackburn a deep two, no, and that's going to be a foul over the back, I believe, on Braxton Long. That's his first team first, so with 3 minutes to go first quarter, each team only has one team foul here in the first half. A relatively clean game from the foul perspective to start. Cal Crumpton with a basketball for the Blackhawks. Crumpton works it into Edmiston. Good cut layup, but he can't finish. Ledger Blackburn gets the rebound. Back the other way it comes. Briggs Gentry with the basketball. Ledger Blackburn. Pump fake goes up. Good defense by Tribble to alter the shot. And back the other way it comes for the Blackhawks. Edmiston walks it up the court. 2.5 to go first quarter. Edmiston inside, draws the foul. And that's going to be on Weston Brown, his first team second. Good athletic move by Edmiston to draw the foul. 7-2 is our score. Edmiston's got 2 looks at it here. First one rolls around and falls through, make that 7-3. 2:29 to play here in the first period. Tribble goes to the bench. Andrew Dyer replaces him. And now the second free throw by Edmiston is pure. 7-4 is our score. Here comes East Wilkes back the other way. With the basketball is James Cook. Now Briggs Gentry works it up. Blackburn, good dump off inside to Braxton Long, but he pulls it back out to Cook. Cook going to fire up from downtown, way off. Loose ball on the rebound. It comes back to East Wilkes. Weston Brown gets it back to Gentry. Cross-court pass, it goes to Long. Gentry going to try to slow it down a little bit, dump it off to James Cook. Cook into the corner it goes. I believe he tried to throw the bounce pass and walk the tightrope of the sideline over to Weston Brown, and it hit the line, and it's going to be a turnover and go back to West Wilkes. Daniel Handy, also Eric Adams comes back in, replacing Ledger Blackburn and also Briggs Gentry for East Wilkes. Dyer with the basketball. Dyer loses it, but Jaheim McDougal comes up with it. McDougal trying to drive inside, and that one sails out of bounds. Got to go back to East Wilkes. Another West Wilkes turnover. And now McDougal's coming out. He's going to be replaced by Daniel Lambert. 1:40 to play, first quarter, 7-4, East Wilkes the advantage. A low-scoring opening quarter, and we got a foul on Daniel Lambert. A little bit too much contact as Adams drove up the sideline. That's going to be his first, team second. Now we're going to see Gavin Dowell for the first time tonight. He's checking in, replacing James Cook. Eric Adams to inbound. Does so to Braxton Long. Long works it over to Weston Brown. Now back to Long. Eric Adams with the basketball. And it's a top of the key three. No, off the side of the rim. Ball's tipped out. Rebound comes down to Andrew Dyer. Edmiston with the basketball goes to Lambert. Lambert gets a screen from Harrison Holbrook. Holbrook on the low block. Dumps it off to Dyer. Dyer is fouled. And they're going to pick up that personal foul, I believe, on Daniel Handy. So West Wilkes to inbound. It's Edmiston. Gets it into Crumpton. Crumpton looking to drive. Good take, and it's blocked away. Good defense that time by Weston Brown to block it out of bounds. With 59 seconds to play first quarter, it remains 7-4 East Wilkes. Lambert to inbound. Gets it into Edmiston. Edmiston kick out Harrison Holbrook. Holbrook picks up his dribble, tries to hand it off. Nearly stolen away. West Wilkes gets it back. And that time it's going to be a turnover. Cal Crumpton extended it out. But it's just a little bit too far out of his reach. And back to East Wilkes it goes with 49 seconds to play in this first quarter. Braxton Long gives it up to Eric Adams. Gavin Dowell with it now. Adams goes through the double team. To the cup he goes, and he's fouled. Good, strong, athletic take by Eric Adams. And that foul is going to be on. It's going to be on West Wilkes, but who did they get with the personal foul? It's going to be on number 32. That's Harrison Holbrook. That's his first, team third. Eric Adams misses that first free throw. It remains 7-4 East Wilkes with 37.5 seconds to play in this first quarter. Second free throw is up, and it's good. 8-4, East Wilkes with the advantage. Cal Crumpton with the basketball. Crumpton looking to drive, has a lane. He draws a foul and one. Good take by Cal Crumpton along the left side. And he's going to draw the fourth team foul on East Wilkes. And that's going to be on number 24, Braxton Long. That is his second personal. So the and one free throw, this to make it a 1-point game if Crumpton can cash in. 24 seconds to play in the first period. It's 8-6. A free throw here will make it 8-7 in favor of East Wilkes. And Crumpton's true on his free throw. 8-7 our score. Briggs Gentry with the basketball, being picked up by Holbrook. Well, half-court press look being set in here by West Wilkes. Eric Adams with it. Adams looking to drive. Adams picks up his dribble just past the free throw line, has to kick it back out. Corner three look here for the Cardinals. Way off that time by number 1, Austin Blackburn. And we got a jump ball called. Possession arrow favors West Wilkes with 2.3 seconds to play first period. That shot by Austin Blackburn never even drew rim. It was long from the get-go. And now Crumpton going to let the ball roll. He's got to do something with it. Holbrook a three off the back iron. Had a pretty good look, but we've played one quarter of basketball here in Ronda, and our score is East Wilkes 8, West Wilkes 7. We're back after this on Hometown Christian Radio. And welcome back to East Wilkes High School here tonight as we start our second quarter of the boys' game. 8-7 our score in favor of East Wilkes. They start the second period with possession. It's Briggs Gentry with the basketball. Gentry gives it off, goes back to Adams on the left perimeter. Adams with it. Adams trying to put some moves on Lambert. Back up top of the key, it goes to Gentry. Gentry, good defense by McDougal. Adams back with it, goes back to Gentry. Inside it goes to Blackburn. Blackburn picks up his dribble. Turn around hook fade for Ledger. Ledger, no. Tribble the rebound. And now Carson Edmonston walks the ball up the court. Hands it off to Jackson Tribble. Tribble hands it off to McDougal. McDougal goes to Carson Stanley, who pulls it out top of the key. Now to Daniel Lambert. Goes to Tribble in the right corner. Tribble up to McDougal, top of the key. McDougal thought about pulling up. Thought otherwise. Carson Stanley with it. Good defense by Ledger to knock it away from Tribble. They go back to Tribble in the paint. Turnaround hook shot. No. Rebound, Eric Adams. Up the court now, Ledger Blackburn with the basketball. Picks up his dribble at the free throw line. Kicks out to Briggs Gentry, and then it goes top of the key, Eric Adams. Adams thought about a step back. Gives it off to Gentry. Gentry dumps it inside to Daniel Handy. Back up it goes. And a three from Austin Blackburn rims out. Gentry skying in for the rebound to keep possession in for East Wilkes. Austin Blackburn with it again. Goes over to Eric Adams. Adams in the right corner. Goes through the double team. Lays it up. No. Adams just skies in for an offensive rebound. And it's going to go back to West Wilkes. Think about it, this is a very athletic East Wilkes team. Briggs Gentry, Eric Adams, two really, really good athletes. As you just saw on display there, they soared through the air. Cal Crumpton with the basketball. Crumpton to McDougal. Rims out, no on the deep jumper. Back inside it goes Edmonston. Turn around over Adams, and he finishes. Edmonston lets him know about it, too, after he finishes over him. Adams back the other way. West Wilkes leading 9-8. Ledger Blackburn inside. There's 4 black jerseys on him. That means there got to be some white jerseys open somewhere. Eric Adams with it. Daniel Handy back inside. Lays it up and in. Good team basketball that time. Weston Brown lays it up and in. And it's 10-9 East Wilkes. Under 5.5 to go here in the second period. Edmonston working it back to Crumpton. Now to McDougal in the left corner. McDougal, he's double-team trapped. Got a pass out of it. Does so to Edmonston. Edmonston kicks out Carson Stanley. His shot is blocked by Eric Adams. Adams got his hand all over that one. Back the other way it comes to East Wilkes. Adams with it picked up by Stanley. Adams going to dump it down to Ledger Blackburn. Dumps it back. Tries to find Daniel Handy inside. And unable to get it to him. And it goes back to West Wilkes. Carson Edmonston with it, going to walk the ball up the court. He's picked up by Gentry. Now Crumpton. Just 2-man back and forth. Crumpton splits the defense, loses it, but it goes off of the knee of Weston Brown. Now they actually call a foul. And let's see, that foul's going to be picked up, I believe, on Eric Adams. And now Cal Crumpton with the basketball. Crumpton goes to Tribble, top of the key, and the handoff. Can't handle it. Can Crumpton back the other way. Quick, easy 2 lay-in for Briggs Gentry in transition off of the turnover, and it's 12-9 Cardinals. 4:20 and ticking, first half. Crumpton with the basketball. Crumpton trying to get through the defense. He got away with a carry. Now to Edmonston. Edmonston looking to drive, spinning, and he can't finish. Eric Adams back the other way. Dumps it off to Blackburn. Corner 3. No, that one's long for Ledger Blackburn. And the ball is off the hands of Carson Stanley, and it's going to go back to East Wilkes. And now some substitutions coming in for the Cardinals. Ledger Blackburn inside. Eric Adams with it. Inside, laying up and in. Great job by Daniel Handy. Fought through the contact down low. And it's 14-9 East Wilkes, 3:39 ticking here in the second period. Tribble with the basketball goes to Stanley. Working the ball around the perimeter, it's Edmonston. Kick out. Deep 2 for West Wilkes is good. Jackson Tribble, the big man. showing a little bit of range, and it's 14-11. East Wilkes still with the advantage. Eric Adams with it. Ball being worked around the perimeter. Now East Wilkes with it back to Adams. A three from the right wing. That doesn't even draw a rim. Good save, or attempted save, I should say, by Daniel Handy. Just too long, and it's going to go back to the Blackhawks. And if I'm not mistaken, working the ball around now is West Wilkes. It's Jaheim McDougal. A three from Daniel Lambert. No, Carson Stanley right there, though, in the perfect place to come down with it. And then he throws it into the backcourt. Tribble has to go back and get it, and that's going to be over and back. So both teams have had trouble with their passes at times here in this first half. Definitely not been the cleanest of first halves as far as passing goes. Personal foul-wise, not bad. 5 team fouls for East Wilkes, 3 for West Wilkes, as Daniel Handy can't finish inside. Off the inbound underneath, and back to West Wilkes it goes. 14-11, East Wilkes with the lead. We're at 2:39 and ticking here, second period. It's Edmonston with the basketball. Screen from McDougal. Edmonston goes left, dumps it off left corner to Carson Stanley. Stanley comes back out to the top of the key to Lambert. Now to Tribble inside. Kick out McDougal for three. No, in and out. Rebound comes down to Daniel Handy. Up the court comes East Wilkes, and we got a travel. And I believe Mason Lyon is actually wearing number 12. We have him listed as number 22 on our roster, but I believe he is wearing 12 here. We do not have a 12 on our East Wilkes roster. And now Tribble fighting through the contact inside. And it's a 14-13 game. Good turnaround shot by Jackson Tribble. Cardinal lead down to 1, under 2 minutes to go first half. What has been a low-scoring contest. Most of the time when these two teams play, it's high scoring in the last couple of years, but not tonight. Inside shot. Good defense by Tribble to alter the shot of Will Martin. And Carson Edmonston comes back up. Edmonston being picked up by Eric Adams. Edmonston looking to drive. Throws it up. Draws a foul. And that foul's going to be on Eric Adams. That's his second, team 6. So Edmonston at the free throw line for the 1-and-1. And that one's good. Well, I should say 2. That was a personal foul on Eric Adams. I apologize. Ledger Blackburn comes back in. Also Briggs Gentry. This for the lead, and Edmonston's pure from the free throw line. 15-14. And nobody wants the basketball. As Coach Russo is forced to burn a timeout, an ill-advised timeout really with just 1:34 to go, but nobody came down to try and inbound the basketball. So our score sets 15-14. West Wilkes has clawed their way back here for a 1-point lead. And Coach Green talked about preseason with us that the way West Wilkes is going to be very successful was to slow it down a little bit, play through their bigs, and just grind out victories. And this game, really, this style really suits West Wilkes, you got to believe, more so than East Wilkes. East Wilkes is athletic, wants to run up and down the court. This style of play really favors the Blackhawks, the way they like to work through their big men. So Briggs Gentry going to walk the ball up the court. A minute and a half to go first half. 15-14, Blackhawks with the advantage. Weston Brown with it. Brown goes to Gentry, top of the key. Back to Brown. Tries to go inside to Ledger Blackburn, but stolen away by Jackson Tribble. Tribble making an impact on both ends of the floor tonight. Edmonston thought about pulling up for 3. Elects to pass off to McDougal. McDougal back top of the key to Harrison Holbrook. Holbrook goes to Daniel Lambert. Lambert goes back top of the key to Carson Edmonston. Edmonston drives right. Kick out Daniel Lambert. Gives it off top of the key to Tribble. Tribble sets a screen from McDougal. McDougal goes the other way, and he's fouled. Briggs Gentry picks up the personal foul, and that's going to send Jaheim McDougal to the free throw line, shooting 2. That's the first foul on Gentry, 17th foul on East Wilkes with 53 seconds to play here first half. McDougal, shot is off on that free throw. McDougal has a unique form to his jump shot. Kind of hitches it just a little bit. Not the most natural looking shot. Second free throw is up, and that one's short. Gentry comes down with a rebound. It remains 15-14 West Wilkes, under 50 seconds to play here in the first half. Weston Brown in the right corner with it, kicked back out. Stolen away by McDougal. Bad pass that time by East Wilkes. Harrison Holbrook for 3. No, doesn't even draw rim in transition. And it is going to go back to, well, no, it's going to stay West Wilkes basketball. Tribble goes out. Andrew Dyer comes in. Also, McDougal goes to the bench. And Crumpton comes back in for the Blackhawks with 33 seconds to play first half. Edmiston gets the basketball. Edmiston looks to drive and is fouled. So it's going to be the 8th team foul on West Wilkes. So Edmiston will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 look here with 29 seconds to play. That foul is on number 20, Gavin Dowell. That's his first, team 8th. Edmiston's free throw rims out. Ledger Blackburn the rebound. Nearly a full court pass. It's intercepted by Daniel Lambert. He was trying to get Weston Brown. And West Wilkes again coming up with back-to-back-to-back stops on the defensive end. Cal Crumpton with it, down to 12 seconds. West Wilkes could hold for the last shot here if they want to. Edmiston looking to drive on Brown. Kick it out, Andrew Dyer. Good pump fake. Dyer kicks out. Holbrook, top of the key. 3, no. Rebound comes down to Ledger Blackburn. Blackburn, a full court heave. It was on line target-wise, but just not enough on it. So we head to the halftime locker room with our score. At 15-14 here tonight. Eggman Chambers with you solo on the broadcast tonight. My normal broadcast partner in crime, Keith Bryan, is out sick, so we wish him a good, safe recovery. And it's going to be Cal Crumpton with the basketball here as we get things started in this second half with West Wilkes having possession. We're going to go inside to Tribble. Tribble working on Ledger Blackburn. Tribble, good overhand hook by Tribble. And it is 17-14. Blackhawks with the advantage. Now East Wilkes with the basketball. Gentry with it, goes over to Eric Adams. Adams tries to dump it in to Daniel Handy, who tries to quick pass it out, but it's tipped away. Good defense. Eric Adams to inbound. East Wilkes working the basketball around now. Gentry back with it, top of the key. Braxton Long for 3. His feet were turned the opposite way it needed to be. I knew that shot was off, but guess what? That's why they call it a second chance, and a good effort play by his teammates to get the rebound, and Braxton Long soars back in for 2. It's 17-16. West Wilkes lead back to 1 point as we close in 7 minutes to go here in the third period. Working the ball around now. Down it goes, low block to Tribble. Tribble, good move inside, turn around, hook shot, banks it off the glass. Big man basketball. That's the name of the game for the Blackhawks. That's when they're at their best. Working the ball around. Braxton Long loses it. East Wilkes gets it back. Ledger with it. Ledger Blackburn goes inside. Handy through the double team, draws the contact. Can't finish the and one look, but he'll have 2 shots at the free throw line. And let's see who they get. Maybe on Edmonston. It's either him or Tribble 1. That one's off the back iron, no good. That first free throw attempt for Daniel Handy. And let's see. And that one's off. McDougal comes away with it. Both free throw misses that time by Daniel Handy. Keeps this game at 19-16 in favor of West Wilkes. McDougal with the basketball on the left wing. McDougal looking to drive, kick out, into the corner to Edmonston. Edmonston back out to Crumpton. Now back to McDougal on the right corner. McDougal trying to dribble out. Good defense by East Wilkes is being applied. And now Cal Crumpton pulls it out. Goes over to Edmonston. Edmonston drives left through the double team. Has his shot blocked. Good thing Carson Stanley's there to get the ball back. Tribble comes away with it, loose ball. And now stolen away by Briggs Gentry out of midair. Just all athletic moves by the Cardinals, and Daniel Handy finishes inside. Points off turnovers are big, and it's 19-18 our score. Tribble with the basketball. Tribble, deep two. No, off the back iron, too strong. Rebound comes down to East Wilkes. Up the court it goes, Ledger Blackburn. Blackburn picks up his dribble. May have gotten away with a walk. Shot altered that time. Good defense by Edmonston and Tribble. Carson Edmonston with the basketball. Crossover, attacks. Can't finish. Offensive rebound was there by Tribble. He couldn't finish either. Turnover as the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Cardinal basketball. And in comes Harrison Holbrook. He's replacing Carson Stanley. 5:07 to play, third period. 19-18 Blackhawks with the advantage as Briggs Gentry walks the basketball up the floor. Picked up by McDougal. Daniel Handy with it, now dumps it down right corner. Good feed from Adams. Handy up through the contact, finishes over Holbrook, and the Cardinals have the lead back at 20-19, under 5 minutes to play, third period. Edmondson walks the ball up the court. Eric Adams awaits him on the defensive side. In the left corner it goes. Crumpton back over to Edmonston. Edmonston deep in that left corner. Works it back out to Holbrook. Now back to Crumpton. Or I should say Tribble with the basketball. I apologize. Now McDougal with it. He goes to Crumpton. Crumpton back inside. And a little bit of extracurricular there, contact by Eric Adams. And West Wilkes may be going to get popped with a technical here. Let's see. We've got a technical foul. On West Wilkes. No, it's going to be on Eric Adams. No, it's on West Wilkes. It's going to be on Harrison Holbrook, I believe. And that free throw is good by Braxton Long. And he misses that one. Correction, the technical foul is on Carson Edmonston. So we apologize for the miscommunication there. Carson Edmonston picks up that technical foul. Him and Adams guarding each other. If the referees aren't careful, this game might get a little chippy. Briggs Gentry attacks. Kick out, 15-foot jumper for Ledger Blackburn. No, rebound comes down to East Wilkes. It's Eric Adams with it now. Adams being guarded by Crumpton. Adams attacks. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay Cardinal basketball with 4 minutes to play, third period. Loose ball. McDougal tips it. West Wilkes comes away with it. Crumpton inside, and he's going to be fouled by Daniel Handy. West Wilkes to inbound underneath their own basket. McDougal to inbound. Substitution comes in. Weston Brown replaces Eric Adams. Crumpton with the basketball. Has it stolen away. Good defense by East Wilkes. Briggs Gentry comes the other way with it. East Wilkes with a 21-19 lead. Now Braxton Long with the basketball. And we got a foul on Jaheim. So McDougal's going to pick up a foul. It's going to be his second. Team third for the Blackhawks. Gentry with the basketball, goes back to Weston Brown. Brown back up to Gentry. Working the ball around the perimeter now as East Wilkes. Good defense being applied, and another foul. It's going to be on Carson Edmiston. No, I apologize. That's going to be, I thought they were going to get them with the foul, but it's actually going to be on East Wilkes. That foul's on Daniel Handy. That's his third. That's big. Starting to get a little bit of foul trouble. Edmiston walks the ball up the floor. Eric Adams is back in. McDougal with a basketball. McDougal kicks it over to Lambert. Lambert to a cutting Edmiston, and he finishes inside. 21-21 our score. 3 minutes to go here, third period. East Wilkes with the basketball. It's Eric Adams with it. Adams floats a pass back over to Gentry. Now works its way back over to Braxton Long. Now back top of the key to Gentry. Right wing to Adams. Adams, right corner to Weston Brown. Passes it to a cutting Adams. And let's see, I believe we got a foul. This may be on Jaheim McDougal. Let's see. And I believe it is. That's going to be the third on McDougal. Fourth team foul for the Blackhawks. East Wilkes to inbound on their baseline. James Cook checks in, replacing Briggs Gentry. Eric Adams with the basketball. Braxton Long with it. Ball working its way around. Cook with it here in the right corner. Now goes back Eric Adams. Good extra pass over to Long. Now hands it off to Cook. Cook. Top of the key to Adams. Adams splits the double team, and I believe we got a foul on the floor. And that's going to be on Daniel Lambert. And then a quick basket back in for East Wilkes. It's 23-21 Cardinals, 2:15 and ticking, third period clock. Edmiston with the basketball. Lambert with it now in the left corner. Lambert back up top to McDougal. McDougal inside. Jackson Tribble, the big man. I thought he was going to be fouled. Throws up a wild shot. And then we get a foul on Jaheim McDougal again. That's going to be his fourth. So a rough third period for Jaheim McDougal as he picks up his fourth personal foul. That is the sixth team foul for the Blackhawks. One away from putting East Wilkes in the bonus for the rest of this game. Braxton Long with it, dumps it off to James Cook. Now Weston Brown. Ledger Blackburn tried a backdoor pass to James Cook. Couldn't get it to him. Back the other way comes West Wilkes. Edmiston with the basketball. Edmiston gives it up to Tribble. Goes back Edmiston. In the corner it goes to Crumpton. Now back out Tribble. Carson Stanley with it now. Under a minute and a half to play. Cal Crumpton for three. No. Off the front of the rim and just dies off. That full court pass is nearly deflected. Back out to James Cook for three. No. 23-21 East Wilkes. 1 minute, 11 seconds and ticking, third quarter clock. Cal Crumpton with the basketball. Gives it off to Tribble. Now hands it off on the right perimeter to Carson Edmiston. Pull up three from Edmiston, and Adams in the face of Edmiston. That was an air ball. Working the ball back around. Eric Adams with it now. James Cook over to Weston Brown on the right perimeter, and that ball's knocked out of bounds. It will stay East Wilkes basketball with 38.8 seconds to play, third period. Eric Adams inbounds at top of the key here. 34 seconds and ticking. Step back jumper. No. Rebound Carson Stanley, and he's fouled by James Cook. It's the first personal on James Cook. Now West Wilkes is going to have 29 seconds. They can hold for the final shot here if they want to. It's the third team foul on East Wilkes here in this second half. Or I should say fourth team foul. I apologize. 23-21, East Wilkes with the advantage. Both teams on the offensive side of the basketball, it's been tough. Points have been a premium in this matchup. Hard to come by. Edmiston kicks out, corner three for Crumpton, and it's good. Great job by Cal Crumpton. 24-23 West Wilkes. Briggs Gentry with it, works the ball around down to 8 seconds. Weston Brown to Ledger Blackburn, back to Brown, back to Gentry, 4 seconds. James Cook, Braxton Long, a three, no. And Gentry misses the putback at the buzzer, so we head to the fourth and final period. And just like he was at halftime, West Wilkes has a 1-point advantage, 24-23. We're back for the final 8 minutes after this on Hometown Christian Radio. And welcome back to East Wilkes High School as we start the fourth and final period here, as the West Wilkes Blackhawks have a 24-23 advantage here in this non-conference matchup. East Wilkes with a basketball. We got a jump ball. Good job by Daniel Lambert to tie up Ledger Blackburn. Possession arrow favors West Wilkes. So the Blackhawks with it. Carson Edmiston walks the ball up the court. Edmiston looking to drive to the cup. Too strong. Eric Adams the rebound. He didn't look to pass on that possession, just took it right to the cup, and too strong on the layup. Back the other way comes East Wilkes. Blackburn with it. Over to Gentry, to Adams. Adams with the basketball, dumps it down. Daniel Handy can't finish inside. Who wants the rebound? Carson Stanley. And I don't think, no, they call a foul on Daniel Handy. They didn't call the jump ball. That's his fourth personal. 15 foul. West Wilkes basketball. Edmiston walks the ball up the court. Gives it off to Carson Stanley. Stanley over to Edmiston. Edmiston top of the key. Adams picking him up defensively. And that is an offensive foul on Carson Edmiston. And that's going to be his third. Good defense by Eric Adams. And now East Wilkes back with the basketball, trailing by 1 at 24-23. Braxton Long with it. Briggs Gentry now over to Weston Brown. To Ledger Blackburn it goes here in the right corner. 15-foot jumper for Blackburn. No, Andrew Dyer the rebound. Tries to give it off to Edmiston, and he can't handle the pass. Stays with East Wilkes. Gentry with the basketball, goes to Blackburn. Over to Adams. Adams inside, working on Dyer. Adams is trapped down there, passes it out to Weston Brown to reset as he goes top of the key to Briggs Gentry. Back in the corner, Ledger. Blackburn, corner three, no. Carson Edmonston going to slowly walk the ball up here. 6:13 and ticking, fourth period clock. Good defense by Weston Brown to intercept the pass. Trying to get it to Daniel Lambert, and now he loses it. And it's going to go back to West Wilkes. Neither team doing too well at hanging on to the basketball here in the early stages of the fourth period. 6 minutes to go. 24-23. West Wilkes with the advantage and the basketball. Andrew Dyer with it. Finds a cutting Edmonston, and he's fouled. Fouled by Briggs Gentry. That's going to be his second foul. 16 foul. And that's going to send Carson Edmonston to the free throw line shooting 2. And that one barely drew the front of the rim. 24-23. West Wilkes with the lead. This could make it 25-23. And that one's pure. 25-23 Blackhawks. 1 out of 2 for Edmonston. Weston Brown working the ball around now. Braxton Long back up to Briggs Gentry. Now over to Weston Brown here in the right corner. Gentry, top of the key, finds Long on the left perimeter. Now Gentry drives and passes back out to Weston Brown. Gentry with it now. Ball working from right to left. Now Long looking to drive. No foul call. Long hits the deck trying to throw up a layup. And West Wilkes comes away with a rebound. Edmonston with the basketball. Adams picks him up at midcourt, and Edmonston picks up his dribble. He's in no man's land, and Coach Green's got to burn a timeout with 5:14 remaining. Blackhawks with the advantage, 25-23. You're listening to high school basketball on 3WT. Welcome back to East Wilkes High School. 5:14 to go in this basketball game. West Wilkes trying to cling to a 25-23 lead in this low-scoring affair here tonight. It's going to be Blackhawk basketball to inbound on the sideline. Edmonston to do the inbounding duties. Gets it into Crumpton, and Crumpton just going to slowly walk the ball up. Goes to Edmonston on the high post. Edmonston trying to back down Adams. Good spin. Realizes Ledger Blackburn stands between him and the goal and passes out. Edmonston with a basketball. Goes over to Daniel Lambert. Lambert tries to find a cutting Cal Crumpton, and the ball's picked off by Briggs Gentry. And now that pass is picked off as Gentry was trying to find Adams. Back the other way comes West Wilkes, and Cal Crumpton has his shot blocked. Ball's loose on the floor. Who wants it more? And jump ball, possession arrow. It's going to go out of bounds. Stay with West Wilkes. Edmonston to inbound. Goes over to Carson Stanley. Thought about a corner three. Now picks up his dribble. Triple with it, top of the key. Goes to Edmonston. Tribble sets a screen. Lambert with it now. Goes back to Tribble now to Edmonston. Edmonston trying to drive on Adams. Loses the basketball, but a foul is called. I believe it's going to be on Eric Adams. With a push. That is his third personal foul. And Carson Edmonston is going to the free throw line. Correct that. That is his fourth personal foul. So Eric Adams has only got one more foul until he's fouled out as Edmonston cashes in that time. And that shot is good. East Wilkes back with the basketball, working it around the perimeter. Braxton Long with it. Long goes to Gentry, top of the key, now over to Weston Brown. Brown drives right baseline, puts it up and draws a foul. That foul's going to be on Carson Edmonston. And Weston Brown gets that free throw to go. Make it 27-24. West Wilkes with the advantage. Second one off the front of the rim. Rebound comes down to Jackson Tribble. Tribble gets it to Carson Stanley. 3 minutes and 47 seconds to play in this one. West Wilkes with a 3-point lead at 27-24. Jackson Tribble with it. Tribble. The East Wilkes faithful wanting a walk. Didn't get the call. Cal Crumpton with it, top of the key. Crumpton hands off to Edmonston. Edmonston looks to drive inside, now pulls it back out to Lambert. Edmonston with it deep in the right corner. Goes back up to Tribble. Now goes back to Stanley. Carson Stanley with the basketball. Good passing, good ball movement here for West Wilkes. Now they get a Tribble in the post, backing on Ledger. Turnaround hook shot, no. Rebound comes down to Daniel Lambert. And let's see, possession arrow of this basketball is going to be stay West Wilkes basketball. Daniel Lambert to inbound. And it's good defense that time by Briggs Gentry to knock the basketball away, trying to get it up toward the top of the key to Cal Crumpton, and it's knocked away by Briggs Gentry. So West Wilkes is going to have to inbound again, this time on the sideline instead of the baseline, with 3:05 to go in our fourth period here tonight. Edmonston looking to inbound, and did he not? He did not get it in. Didn't call a timeout, and that's a 5-second violation, so it'll go back to East Wilkes. Cardinals with the basketball. A 2-point bucket will make it a 1-point game. A 3 will tie it. Gentry with the basketball. Eric Adams with it now on the right wing. Goes to Ledger Blackburn. Cross-court pass to Braxton Long. He can't hang on to it. Another Cardinal turnover. Cal Crumpton with it now. Blackhawks lead 27-24. 2 minutes, 38 seconds and ticking. Tribble inside. Tribble. Strong turnaround. Can't finish. Eric Adams the rebound. Adams with the basketball. Adams goes to Ledger inside. Blackburn, no. Loose ball. Daniel Lambert comes down with it. Gets it to Edmonston. Again, it remains 27-24 in favor of the Blackhawks. And now, Crumpton with the basketball. Carson Stanley with it. Tribble with it now. Daniel Lambert goes to Carson Stanley in the right corner. Stanley back out to Tribble. Tribble with the basketball now to Stanley in the right corner. Tribble, pump fake, goes around Blackburn to the cup, lays it up and in. What a move by the big man for Jackson Tribble. And that makes it 29-24 Blackhawks. We've got a minute and a half to play. Eric Adams with the basketball here. Adams working on Daniel Lambert. Ball works its way. Braxton Long for 3. No. Rebound. I'll tell you what, Tribble has been a difference maker on the boards tonight. And now we got a foul on Briggs Gentry. That's going to be his third personal foul. And it's going to put West Wilkes in the 1-and-1 situation here. So Cal Crumpton goes to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. West Wilkes has a 29-24 advantage with a minute 16 seconds to play. The Blackhawks trying to get their first win on the season to get to 1-2. This is the Cardinals' first game of the season. They're trying to get off to a 1-0 start. Crumpton's free throw is good. It's 30-24. 6-point game with a minute 16 to go. This free throw here by Crumpton can make it a 7-point game. And that free throw is good. And Jaheim McDougal is going to spell Cal Crumpton as the Blackhawks have a 7-point lead with 1:16 to play. Briggs Gentry walks the ball up the court, hands it off to Ledger Blackburn, finds a cutting Eric Adams who lays it up and in, and Coach Russo wants a quick timeout as we've got 69 seconds to play here in this fourth period. 31-26 is our score. We're back after this on Hometown Christian Radio. And welcome back to East Wilkes High School here tonight. We've got 1:09 to play. West Wilkes has a 31-26 advantage. The Blackhawks trying to get win number 1 here on the young season, their 3rd game of the year. East Wilkes is trying to get to 1-0. This is just their 1st game of the season. So it's going to be West Wilkes basketball. Lambert with it. Gets it into Edmiston. Edmiston's double teamed in the corner. And let's see, they're going to get a timeout as Coach Green. Edmiston was trapped in the corner, kind of in no man's land. Nobody was coming to help him, so 1:05 remain. West Wilkes trying to work something up. East Wilkes going to try to provide to be a little bit of a fit for West Wilkes in this press look here, the final 65 seconds. The Cardinals have got some uphill ground to make here. The Blackhawks have got to be smart with it on the inbounds. East Wilkes very athletic. Guys like Briggs Gentry, Eric Adams, Weston Brown, all these guys just really good athletes. Ledger Blackburn is on the bench. Daniel Handy pretty much playing the 5 spot, so East Wilkes going small ball here. West Wilkes keeps in their normal 5, for the exception of Daniel Lambert. And looky there, a tip on the inbounds pass. It's still loose. Who wants it more? And it's going to be Cardinal basketball. It's a Blackhawk turnover. Ill-advised. And now Ledger Blackburn comes back in. One minute to play here in Ronda. The Cardinals get the inbound. Briggs Gentry with it. Now that ball's tipped, and Daniel Lambert steals it away. And now Edmiston is going to be fouled by Briggs Gentry. With 55 seconds to play, and if Edmiston can cash in here from the free throw line, this might be enough to put the game away. Coach Green sends all of his players back. Edmiston's up there by himself. The free throw is good. It's a 1-and-1, so he needs that first one, and it's 32-26. Blackhawks with the lead with 55 seconds to play. Second free throw is true, 33-26. And now with the basketball is Weston Brown in the corner. The East has got to have some shots. Corner 3, Ledger Blackburn, no. Rebound, Jackson Tribble, and he's fouled. And that may be enough to do it there. East Wilkes needed a bucket on that possession, unable to get it. Tribble skies in for the rebound. And now some free throws by Jackson Tribble. The foul's going to be on Briggs Gentry as he is fouled out of this contest. And Tribble trying to put the icing on the first victory cake for West Wilkes here in the 2021-22 basketball season. He gets 2 looks at it here in the double bonus. Cannot get that free throw to go. It bounces off the back iron and rolls off the front of the rim. Score remains 33-26. Second free throw for Tribble is good. 34-26. It's an 8-point game. Got to have a quick bucket here if you're East Wilkes. Then Coach Russo may dip into the timeout pool if he's got any left. Quick 3 by James Cook. No. Tribble. Oh, the ball's loose on the rebound. McDougal gets it up to Edmiston. And with 27 seconds, James Cook with the foul. And that looks like it's going to be all she wrote here tonight in this matchup as Carson Edmiston goes to the free throw line. And the West Wilkes Blackhawks are going to walk out of here victorious tonight over the East Wilkes Cardinals. As that free throw is way off. Second one, no good either. Ledger Blackburn with it, and he throws it over the head of Weston Brown. He ducked out of the way of the basketball. I don't know if he thought somebody was behind him to get it or what, but it sails out of bounds, and it goes back to West Wilkes. 23 seconds to play. They get it into Tribble. Tribble holding the basketball, and he's going to be fouled with 21 seconds to play. So Tribble goes back to the free throw line. Shooting 2. That foul on Ledger Blackburn. 35-26 our score. Second one is up, and it's no good. 35-26 remains our score. Eric Adams with 17 seconds to play. Weston Brown out to James Cook for 3. No. Rebound comes down. Carson Edmonston. Loose balls. He had it batted away from him. And that's how this game will come to a close. It's a low-scoring affair, and the West Wilkes Blackhawks come out victorious, 35-26 for their first win on the season to get to 1-2 on the campaign.